Hey, everybody. I hope you're doing well. God bless you. So happy to see you. Thanks for taking time out of your busy schedule to spend a little time with me. All right, you guys, we are on part three of 47 kinks and fetishes and terms that you should absolutely know. This is from an article taken from Cosmopolitan magazine. It was published, I think, back earlier in May. And we've been looking and talking about different kinks and fetishes that are out there in the public. And I said, hey, if it's in the public, chances are it's in the church, probably three, four times as even as much. Because I know I looked at, I was talking about before in a previous video, was it in regards to like the porn stats. And it's very, very heavy and high in states that are like the Bible Belt states. Also, Utah, I think they have, what is it, the Mormonism out there. It's super high, you guys, in Christian communities. And so I know if this is happening in the world, these are things that are out there. We don't talk about it in church. I said, let me talk about it here. I know it's something that's probably quite popular. So far, there's 47 of them there. We've talked about, 24 already. Some of them have been about role play, some of them about uh, pregnancy fetishes, breeding fetishes, exhibitionism, where you're exposing yourself, voyeurism, where you're out here peeping and you're looking to see what other people are, what they're doing. You have others also as well who have foot fetishes. You have people that are into BDSM, which is that sadomasochism. People are into domination and being submissive and all that kind of stuff. What else? We have here age play, you're going to pretend to be different ages, or praise kink, you praise your partner, whatever it is that you have going on. People that are into splashing. They just like wet stuff, wet, moist stuff, and that's their thing. The last one that we talked about was robot fetish. There are individuals, and that's one that's really something that you really, really need to look out for. People that are into robot fetishes, and that's their thing. They like robots. They're into robots, and they have all these, super hyper realistic dolls that they have now. And now they're not just dolls. They're moving and living creatures that are moving about. You can't even tell if they're a robot or not. And so that's the competition that's out there. You think that you can't get a guy right now, you're going to have competition with robot girls. Robot girls are going to be out here and take you guys, ladies. All right. You think you can't find a husband, they're being wifed up by robots. This is what's happening. This is the age and society that we live in right now. I will do another video about that at a different time because I want to talk more in depth about that, considering that we're on the precipice and cuff, if not already over the cliff in regards to that specific kink. All right. So number 25, moving forward, all right, is chirophilia. It's attraction to hands. So we talked about people who have foot fetishes. These are people now who are attracted to hands. It is all about the hands. Someone with these types of kink might be attracted to hands, fingers, hands and fingers doing certain kind of specific things, making sure that you always have your manicure. I had friends, guy friends, that it was all about that pedicure. Make sure you get your pedicure done. But if, not with these people, it's all about, it's about the hands, making sure your nails are done. All right. And so all depending, this may be your thing. All right. Make sure you keep your hands clean, your fingers clean, your nails all done up. This is, that particular fetish there. Also, was it melolagnia? Melolagnia. It's a kink for music. So, but it's a little different than having, I guess, your favorite saxophonist play or something like that. It means experiencing intense sexual reactions to music itself. And so you're hearing a particular music or song being played, and that's your thing. And that's how you receive your, yeah, your, your orgasm, or you're just sexually, worked up that particular way. So that's why sometimes people have music playing in the background, all depending on the songs and what's happening and what's going on. Yeah, that's a whole nother video all on its own. I might do separate videos for some of these. All right, attraction to hair, you guys. This is called trichophilia. Trichophilia. So individuals that are attracted to hair. So their hair looking good. And it could be any type of hair. It may not just be the hair on your head. It could be your armpit hair, your chest hair, pubic hair. The hair on your head, all depending on how you get your hair done. There's people with different types of hair, fetishes for hair. Some people, they don't shave. Some people, they've got full chest hair or hair on their legs. And some ladies are like that. Some ladies have full blown, mustache and beard. And, there are guys out there that do not care. There is a man for you, you guys. There's a woman out there for you too. All right, this one grosses me out a little bit, but it is what it is. Number 28, golden showers and piss play is what it is. And so again, if it involves urine. So there's some people that's their thing. They enjoy being urinated on, or their clothes or whatever it is. This is their thing. Yeah, this is the world we live in, you guys. And so, if there's one for urine, know that there is another one for the, yeah. Number two, but again, we haven't gotten there yet. This one is edge play. Edge play is considered more dangerous. It forms, okay, and this one, some common forms include blood play, breath play, knife play, needle play. Again, just being on the edge. So maybe cutting and things of that nature. But again, and maybe, person bleeding out, but not necessarily going over the edge where this person is, going to keel over and die. But again, you're almost there. Um, some individuals with blood kink or fetish, again, they're playing with cutting themselves, or some people they relieve their stress, and that's I guess another issue that if you are doing that, then I would encourage you to go and get some help. Because a lot of people, you will use that as a stress relief for they will cut is what they will do. I've had clients just cut marks all up and down their arms, and if their arms are full, then they turn to their legs. And so it's very, very sad sight to see, but this is what where a lot of people are at, and this is how they relieve their stress and how they deal with things. And so that would be that. And I'm not going to go into great detail with this particular one and what it says here, but any type of blood, you think about it, and that's where they would have interest in. Number 31 is wax play, and involves dripping hot candle wax onto your sexual partner. All right, so if that's something you're into, um, what else? We have cat catatrophilia. All right, so this is mirror sex. Those individuals who like mirrors. If you've seen maybe in movies or shows, and they've got mirrors on the ceilings or mirrors on the walls or wherever it may be, they just enjoy. That's what they enjoy doing, having sex in front of a mirror. All right. This one here is going to be gagging. All right. So enjoying the feeling or sound of a partner choking. So again, I've talked about this before, clients, messing around and choking around with their partner. And that's what they enjoyed, hearing that sound. But sometimes it can go overboard, and then you end up, things happen and turns into a story of, Law and Order, and that, anyhow, I won't go any further, but yeah. And then you have number 34. It's called figging. I don't think I've heard that before. Oh, never mind. I have. It's a sexual activity of putting ginger root. No, I haven't heard this. Putting ginger root, you guys. I have not heard this before. Putting ginger root in the anus or in the vaginal area to create a deliberate and intense burning situation. I'm sure it's healthy. At the very least, it's healthy, but mm, have mercy. Okay. I won't go any further with that, but yeah. Mm. You like ginger root? Mm? I like ginger tea, but I don't know about figging. All right. Needle play. Again, we talked about this earlier with the cutting, pierces of the skin of a consenting partner. Again, it produces a heightened state of sexual arousal. Mm. There's reasons why. What's the reason why that you enjoy receiving pain from sex? With sex, there's deeper seated reasons and issues there from a psychological perspective. But alas, I won't go into that today. And we're gonna stop here. Number 36, consensual non-consent. And that is, it may sound like an oxymoron, is what it says, but it's a form of role play, in which partners simulate a forced, often but not always, sexual experience. And so, again, people who want to experience, like, they have like rape fantasies, but again, it's consensual. You've talked about this maybe ahead of time, and y'all do what you do. I don't know what people got going on in their bedrooms, but I said, hey, let's talk about some of this stuff and, see what's what. Have you tried any of these things? Married people and even other people, y'all are out here in these streets. Have you tried any of these stuff? What's happening, what's going on here, whether in the streets or here in the church, what are you guys doing? What's going on? And, let's talk about it. Let's see what's what. What do you say? Yay or nay? I would love to hear your opinions, your comments, concerns about any of this stuff, and see where you're at. And, just, I think we need to have that conversation, just again, to be aware. We need to be aware of these things as adults, and then also as, parents, so you can know what's what, and then be able to talk and train and work with your children also as well. And then also to be aware of it. And then so you can have that conversation with your spouse, husbands and wives. You talk about these things. Again, I keep saying beforehand, analyzing, where you are, gauging, with your sexual experiences. This is something you like. Is it not? You don't like this, and or maybe let's try new things. Again, there's no fun being married for 1 year, 5 years, 10 years, 30, however long you've been married, 50 years, and you're doing the same thing that you were doing on day one. That's no fun. The Bible talks about enjoying your spouse, enjoying your spouse's body, and being one with each other. God created sex, and He created it as something as a husband and wife. You're supposed to come together and you're supposed to enjoy. It's not something that you should loathe. It's not something that you should be, fearing and running away from. Wives. Oftentimes, they may do that. With the heightened responsibility of having children, pregnancy and then children, and then, work and all that kind of stuff that comes along thereafter, the stresses of being a wife and a mother. And then, you may not want to, but this is something that you need to be invested in as a wife. Ladies, if you're planning on getting married, be aware of this, that your, sex is on top of the list for men, for your husbands. And so you need to be aware of these things, and so that you can engage them and meet them, so they don't get themselves caught up and led astray into areas that they don't need to be involved in. Then, that's where the enemy will start, how do I say, tempting your spouse, then say, hey, there's pornography here. If your wife won't do it, this chick will, or, them getting caught up at work. And, here you have, this husbands and wife situation, my work wife, my work husband, another video for another day. And then, before you know it, there's a whole affair going on, and your spouse has committed adultery and stepped out on you. And then again, marriages break apart that way. So make sure that you prioritize your sexual relationship. Talk about it, work things out, see where, what you like, what you don't like. Young people, or whatever age you may be, and you're getting married, and plan ahead of time. Have these conversations. And if you don't know anything about sex, make sure that you learn. There's books. There is absolutely no reason why then that you can't educate yourself in this day and time that we live in, where there's technology everywhere. Learn for yourself. There is no reason for you to play the card of ignorance. Oh, I didn't know. Learn. I didn't know anything, when I was coming up. And now that I'm older, I'm taking time to learn for myself all things in regards to having healthy relationships. And so I'm trying to share that then with, my brothers and sisters here in the world, and to share that with others. I've worked with clients that have, experienced unhealthy sexual relationships, unhealthy relationships. So I've seen both sides of the spectrum. And so again, I try to encourage and help individuals have healthy relationships. Sex is one of them. So you need to learn. As Christians, you need to learn. As husbands and wives, you need to learn. As people out here in these streets, y'all need to learn too, and wait for when you get married. Save yourself and wait. All right. I'm not out here judging you guys, but the word is the word. It is what it is, and the Lord said it, and so I am repeating it. All right, but I love you just the same. All right. I will see you next time. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please drop it down below. I look forward to hearing from you. And again, ciao. We have part 4 coming. All right. Take care.